The 10th of September 2008, the Large Hadron Collider is going to be switched on in a few hours. It's 2 o'clock in the morning now at the time I'm making this. If the world ends at 8 o'clock, please don't wake me up because I'll be having a lie-in. The world is not going to end at 8 o'clock. Okay? People keep forgetting, lots of people keep forgetting, they get caught up in all of the hype and start thinking the world is going to end. It's not going to end tomorrow at 8 o'clock. It's not going to end tomorrow at all. And how can I be so sure? Well, because all the prophecies of the Holy Scriptures must first be fulfilled. So it's not going to be the end tomorrow. And when the end comes, when that finality comes, the Lord will be walking on the earth. That's the end of this world and everything in it. That's the finality, because that is when the final judgment is. So this gadget, this great big gigantic gadget, which is hunting for a particle which will disprove the existence of God allegedly, it's not going to happen. Have you taken a look at the CERN logo? It's made up of several sixes. Take a look at it. Now, why would you make a logo made out of several sixes? The whole world is run by Satan. All the major buildings, the old ones and the new ones, and even small ones, and all the shops and all the businesses and everyone else has got the winged disc in one form or another. The winged disc, the horn disc, or the triangle, which is the landing pad. It's a depiction of the pyramids of Giza. All these things are the mark of the beast. These people who have got the mark of the beast are first going to be punished, just like it says in the scriptures. They're going to go through 4 months of hell on earth. None of these things have happened yet. So no, tomorrow I'm going to be fast asleep. Well, whenever you're watching this video, it'll be after that, but I'm going to be fast asleep at 8 o'clock, I hope. And later on, when I get up, I'm going to make a cup of tea, and then I'm going to go about doing what I'm going to be doing. The world is not going to end. It hasn't ended if it's after 8 o'clock that you're watching this video. Okay, I told you so. The Holy Scriptures must all be fulfilled. Jesus Christ told us that we would hear rumours of wars, and there would be wars and rumours of wars. But that's not the end. And this machine is not the end. I personally still view this gadget as being satanic. I believe that the design of this machine is from Nibiru, that it was left here so that someone could build it by the time they came back again. Whatever way you look at it, it's a giant electromagnet, and electromagnetic force has got every single known spectrum of light, radio waves, gamma rays, X-rays, I mean, you name it, everything is contained within electromagnetism. If this thing is capable of directing a beam upwards, which I think it is, think of it like a gun. Say you've got an air pistol or something at home, which is a 22 or a 177 caliber. It's tiny, tiny, tiny little pellet goes in it, BB gun. Think of this thing as a giant flat barrel. Now look at the caliber of that. That's a big gun. There's military equipment which is based upon electromagnetic propulsion to penetrate the body armour of tanks. It's a known fact that there's electromagnetic guns. There's electromagnetic bombs which mimic the electromagnetic pulse which is let out by a nuclear explosion. When you have a nuclear explosion, all the lights go out, everything stops working, even if you're not in the vicinity of the blast where you'd be completely obliterated. Even if you're far away, everything electrical stops working because of the electromagnetic pulse. So they've made bombs which can give out an electromagnetic pulse and cut out all the power in the city, and then they go in and kill everyone, despite the fact that God said, "Thou," which means you, "shall not kill." Which brings me, by the way, onto the army. If you're thinking of joining the Army, Navy, Air Force, you are sinning against God. Okay? Just get that through your head right now. God said, "Thou shalt not kill." He did not say you go out and you blow people's brains out just because your government said, oh, these people are Iraqis, oh, these people are blackies, oh, these people are whatever. No, you haven't got the right to kill them. God said, thou shalt not kill. It is for me to repay, not for you. So remember, the Bible has told you, people will exalt themselves above God. And anyone that tells you to go to war and kill your neighbour because of one reason or another, they are exalting themselves above God, because God said, thou shalt not kill. So my advice to you is, if you're going to join the army, don't join the army. My advice to you is if you're thinking of getting involved in one of these scientific experimentation places like the LHC or what have you, is don't do it. Don't participate in something which is clearly satanic, which is clearly against God, which is clearly, as they say, designed to disprove the existence of God, because they want to recreate the first few seconds after the Big Bang and, find out how mass is formed. It's quite simple for us to understand how mass is formed. God spoke it, and it was so. That's how mass was formed. These things, they also use them to try and find antimatter, because there is such a thing as an antiparticle, but it's still a physical thing. But antimatter is not physical, so therefore they would be trying to delve into the spiritual, and that's not going to work either. And regardless of the fact that electromagnetism is a pretty amazing force, they're not going to manage that. Tomorrow is not the end of the world. Tomorrow is just another day where this big gadget will be fired off, and then they will tell you, oh, amazing things happen. Nah, not amazing things happen. It'll just be another big lie. Something will happen. With a gadget this big, you can be assured something will happen, but it won't be what they tell you will happen. What they will tell you will be a lie, just like all the other lies, because they've never told you what this machine really is for. Do you honestly believe that something this big and this powerful, that they're going to give the information out to the general public? If it were true that all of the countries in the world, were not all in agreement, and that there are threats from the Russians and from the Iranians and from Al-Qaeda and from Bill and Ben the flower pot men, that they would let you know what this machine really is for? Of course they wouldn't. But the fact of the matter is, John F. Kennedy said the whole world is involved in a conspiracy, and that's all of your rulers. And he said how it was done. It was all done by infiltration. This goes all the way back to Babylon. This is the work of the tares, half-breed, subhuman filth from outer space, who are not human, who look like us but are not like us. Wheat and tares. We are wheat, they are tares. This is their work. Wars are their work. Dissent is their work. Arguing, fighting and sexual perversion is their work. Now don't forget, not everyone believes in them. So no one can say to me that I'm attacking a racial group, because according to most people, I'm just attacking a fantasy, and that's okay. I'm not hurting anyone, am I? But if I get killed or stitched up, you remember what I told you about these people, so that you stand a chance. Only those who call upon the name of Jesus shall be saved. Tomorrow, well, by the time you watch this, it's just a case of I told you so. It's not the end of the world, because the Bible told you so. All the prophecies from the Bible must be fulfilled before it is the end. The LHC is not the end. It's just one more nasty, rotten, satanic gadget.